This is the last time I'm going to be seeing the sun today, because for the next 24 hours, I'm going to be staying in the Tokyo Underground. First up, the Ginza station. As it is the richest part of Tokyo, it has multiple exits going straight into a huge shop or designer clothes, and even has multiple endings that turn into floors of amazing foods. Since I haven't eaten anything yet, I got myself a pastry. The B stands for Ginza. I don't know. That was the most underwhelming designer pastry I've had in a while. This is one of the most gorgeous stations in Tokyo. Like, we're still inside the metro station. Next plan, Shinjuku station. God, I hate that station, because it has the most human traffic out of any station in Japan. And if you're wondering why I'm not talking on camera, it's because it is extremely awkward to talk in public with such a huge crowd. So I'm just pretending to look at my phone, but in actuality, I am monologuing over it. So it's the best of both worlds. This place goes straight into a big camera. Also, as it is the world's second largest station building, boasting the size of about 3.4 million square meters, or 3.4 square kilometers. When you arrive here, definitely check what exit you have to go to and use it. Don't YOLO and get out on the first exit and think you'll figure it out afterwards. Because you won't. You'll end up just going back in and be confused. One of the big tricks, if you want to meet somebody in Shibuya, look for the Hachiko Square. These signs are literally everywhere, and they will lead you to Hachiko. That's like the easiest way to find somebody here. Alright, this is weirdly liminal. So this looks like an outdoor eating place, but actually it's all just indoors. It's in the middle of two stations, and I feel like people just don't understand the scope, like how big these places are. And I don't even mean the fact that they're like long, but mostly just like the corridor itself is just very high and wide. Oh no. I think I'm seeing the sun. So we can't go that way. We gotta head down. And they have another huge ass store with like awesome pastries. You can see the train tracks here, but it's just a random ass hole. Kind of interesting though. Oh, you can see another train there as well. It's just multiple levels. Welcome to Tokyo Station. One of the more interesting stations because it has just so many different things here. But I haven't really covered how to travel with a train. So there are two main options. First of all, buy a ticket. Fine if you're a tourist and don't use it that much, but if you use it every day, it gets very annoying, especially since you have to have cash or coins with you. You can't buy a ticket with a card. But the second option is a Suica card or a travel card, which also doesn't exist because of the chip shortage. So you can buy it either secondhand for like $30 or put it on your iPhone, if you have an iPhone, which I don't. So I have a watch, which has a Suica card. Also, pro tip, if you can't find the station that you need, or you're in a hurry and you just need to go fast, get the cheapest ticket you can get. Because whenever you arrive at a new place, they always have, before the gates, a recharging machine. So you put your ticket in there, and then it shows you how much you owe to get through the gates. And that's all fine and dandy, and you might know about it or don't care much about it. But how do you optimize your travel? Because I got a few tips for you, which I didn't know before coming here. And looking at the reviews, like people saying Tokyo Metro is the hardest thing to understand, I'd say it is literally the opposite. Tokyo Metro is the easiest place to navigate. All you have to do is put your destination into Google Maps, and it'll show you which color metro you need to take and which platform. Number 1 there, number 2 there. There are like huge ass signs which platform you're supposed to go on. Your current spot and destination also have numbers, so you're either going from lower to higher or vice versa. And if you're unsure which platform is right, you can literally see the arrows showing if the number of your station is increasing or decreasing. Google Maps also knows what carriage you should enter for the fastest way to leave the station, so at the gates before entering the train you can see the carriage number and how it relates to the other carriages. Once you exit the train, you will see which way the exits are, where you are, and the relation to the carriages. In this case it's pretty easy since it's pretty much just showing that the exits are to the right, but sometimes they're to the left or there's multiple levels of them. And for extra optimization, while you're on the train, you will not only see the next stops with numbers, but also how many minutes it takes to get to them, what other trains you can board in those stations, and which side the doors open at. This is the original turnstile. I can put in the coins there and go in. Ginza Line Archive number 1. That's cool. Alright, I'll be honest, I am not doing the 24-hour challenge. Like I said I would, but I'm not feeling the best because I think yesterday I got a bit too much heat maybe. So I'm calling it a day here. But in terms of it being a challenge, I wouldn't say it's the most difficult. Because while yes, the stations close at like 1 a.m. or something like that, and you can't really be in there, so I can like sleep in the station. Tokyo Station, on the other hand, has a hotel in it. So, you know, you could just stay at a hotel. But at that point, I don't really see the challenge being anything that interesting because you're literally just sleeping at a hotel. Like, I don't want to pay that much extra to sleep in a normal hotel room, you know? Only if it's very interesting. Like, let's say a capsule hotel. There were tons of other stuff to cover as well, but I wasn't sure if I should focus staying in the underground as a challenge or doing the most things to show them off to you, because it just took me multiple hours of purely traveling and I didn't even see that many cool stuff, so it felt like time was slipping away. And I wanted to show you the pods that you can work in, on the tiny little shops at random locations, or even the stamps, but I forgot my stamp book at home. But it was just kind of demotivating, you know, traveling for hours and not really having much to show for it. Maybe in the future though. But finally, time to test this out as well. Is it one of these worth $4? Oh wow, these are probably the best chocolates I've had in Japan. Except they're not Japanese technically, they're French. La Maison du Chocolat, which means chocolate house. Doesn't sound as fancy if you translate it, does it now? And the macarons are for the babysitter to try later. So that's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow in another mediocre vlog. Don't tell me you don't like them. You like the rawness of them, because sometimes you'll get the good shots and other times you'll get... So, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One of my pet peeves are these things on the ground. It shows you where you have to walk. Like you walk down from here and you walk up from there. But a lot of the time, people just don't follow these. I mean, myself included, because these aren't like normal. They changed based on the station. Like you're supposed to go up from the left in some places and on the right in other places. And it doesn't even change station by station, but more like sometimes even inside the station.